So through all this, business building and kind of doing all that, before that, as well as doing now, you're still playing golf actively. And we've played some USGA events. We played one together, but you recently played the 4Ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At Chambers Bay.
Right.
Which, if most people listening that are golfers will hear Chambers Bay and think the place is a goat ranch because it had one bad US Open. But it's really not, is it?
It's absolutely stunning.
I've heard many people say that it's like one of the best places in the world.
So the golfers that know Chambers Bay from Jordan Spieth winning in 2015 on what looked like parking lot greens, because they were just, not even parking lot. I mean, they were burnt. I mean, it was crispy, and the infamous 3-putt from Dustin Johnson from 12 feet.
Painful.
Which obviously we putted that same putt because we have to. You have to. Yeah. But it is absolutely gorgeous. Chambers Bay, hats off to them. They've just, it's completely different than what you saw on TV. It's green, it's lush, but the terrain is real. That terrain comes by a dozen times a day. Just being right there on the water. It was just stunning. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. And they put on a great tournament. So
tell me about the call up, because you qualified. You didn't legit qualify. You qualified obviously because you went, but you didn't qualify in the top spots to go. Right. You had a phone call 2 weeks before you went.
Right. So me and my partner, we went out to Reno, Nevada in October.
Your partner from here or from Texas?
Texas. Yeah. Okay. Brady Shivers lives in West Texas, and
played at Midland with you, old buddy.
Played at Midland.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's a little younger than me, but I've known him since he was in diapers.
Yeah.
And then he went on to play at University of Houston. And we tried last year. We went to Phoenix last year. We missed it by one. We were alternate last year in Phoenix. And so we chose Reno, Nevada this year because the website looked good and the greens they were bent. So we wanted something with bent greens.
Right.
So we went out there. Plus, there was a casino, so
you make a trip of it.
So I took my wife, and he took his cousin, who caddied for us. And the dude gets on absolute fire and shoots 30 on the back. We shoot 9 under coming in. We're playing with 2 guys that had qualified, and had also qualified for the mid-am. They were good players who shot 8, and they're like, that has to do it. That was, you guys just lit it up on the back 9, and so we get in, and not 20 minutes later, a team posts 10. And we were just gutted because they're only taking one spot, which
that doesn't usually
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
how many teams in the field?
40-something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 40-something teams in the field, one qualifier. So, the guys are like, you guys have a good the guys we played with, because they're local. Actually, they're Vegas guys, but local to Nevada anyways. As soon as they're like, you still have a chance of getting in. You still have a chance of getting that phone call. Well, the tournament's not till May.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, okay, let's.
And the qualifier was in
September
of the previous
of 19 or of 2020.
Yeah.
And so we go a whole 8 months, and
I don't understand why they do that.
I don't either.
It makes no sense.
I don't know if it was because the team that qualified was in, so they leave a few spots open, and then they looked at the strength of the field, kind of deal. And so I was actually sitting at UCO because I was dropping my son off for state testing, mid to early May, and my phone rings, and it's Brady, and he just starts screaming, "Let's go!" And we had just went on a trip to Paynes Valley,
right?
And we had just talked about Dogecoin,
sure.
And it was just at that time it was just going to the moon,
yeah.
And so I thought that's what he was talking about. So I'm on my,
straight to the app,
and I'm like, heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's almost to 70 cents or whatever. And it was so funny. He's like, no, we're going to effing Chambers Bay. I completely forgot about the qualifier.
What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I got chills and so anyway, so we got in as an alternate, and it was funny because the USGA called him first And he's like, we're in. And the guy was like, no, you need to call your partner just to make sure. And everything. He's like, no, we're in. We're going.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Yeah. So, the wives understand. We will be
so
there.
we immediately had to make some reservations and find a caddy up there and book our flights and hotels. And
off you go.
Off we go. Here comes Seattle.
It. So good.
Yeah, it was absolutely, Chambers Bay is special. Super special. I really think they'll get another big event for sure.
Hopefully. Yeah, they need redemption, don't they? They need to make it.
And that was kind of their. They've got something else. They're getting a women's event. I can't remember if it's the women's amateur.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. But they're getting another one. But they obviously want like a U.S. Open. Or,
yeah. So good to have that. I
don't think they'll get an Open. They'll probably get a.
Yeah, maybe in USM. They got facilities for you to host the USM, to have the infrastructure and everything and all that stuff. Yeah. What a feeling.